It's all fun and games until you have to shoot them. Welcome to stock footage syndrome. Now that it's getting dark earlier, animals are left to their own devices on getting what they need done sooner, which means soon enough they'll start entering your backyard, and your dad will shoot it, and use its pelt for a coat for your mother. This is a time when you can usually expect animals like bears to come into your backyard. All that warmth and all that food triggers a strong feeling in them, to keep it all for themselves. And they're animals, so it's not like they actually give a shit about you, or your reaction to them. Even animals that you don't expect to be wandering around, like monkey, can come in after you, and these little shits are smarter than bears, so they can always find a way to get what they need. Look at all of these sheep. They're trying to escape their owners who want to shave them to make winter clothes for fat Walmart families. Or from the government agents who want to clone them, who knows. Anyway, they don't keep that in mind, they just go off, and end up wherever they end up. One of them ended up in my backyard last night, didn't even make a fuss, just slept in my wife's rose garden. And now it looks like they are going to make a turn and head in a different direction. I don't know, it's a miracle they haven't been caught yet. I think I'm going to make some lamb chops for dinner. Since the warmth of the area is dying down, all of these insects are going back to hell where they belong, so no more bees coming into your backyards and coming onto your flowers. I don't know, man, I'm sure if flowers had physical thoughts, this would be considered rape. It's stuff like this that I think about a lot that gets me banned from a lot of message forums. Snakes are also another prominent thing that you may notice in your backyard. And unless you're a 6-year-old, or retarded, or both, it's obvious that snakes are cold-blooded and crave heat and will do anything they can to get some of that sweet, sweet heat. And what will you do? Call animal control on it. That little bitch has a powerful bite, you swell up before you can even reach the phone. Remember, just because you are in a tough situation, doesn't mean you need to be a dumbass about it. After all, you're a person, I'm sure you deal with snakes all day. Another thing you can expect to see are squirrels. Squirrels are one of my favorite creatures, they're like furry crack babies. They're also the only creatures to literally bust a nut. If you got a tree in your backyard, they just move in without warning, and they get pissed off when you intrude in on them, and then you're the bad guy. Squirrels are such freeloading bastards and they mess up the structure of your tree. I guess that's why as a kid I always liked to stick dynamite in the trees and watch them scream as they're about to die. There was also an elephant in my backyard once, that somehow escaped from our church zoo event. I still don't see how you can just lose a fat ass elephant. Depending on where you live, you might want to be careful for lions. In some regions where they're locked up in captivity, they break out and hide in houses. This was a big controversy that hit North Carolina back in 2003, it was a whole ordeal, but still nobody is doing anything big to stop it. Just make loud noises, they'll back off, just like the mentally challenged. Even deer have recently become a problem in this day and age. Now that everyone is so divided on guns, they feel so confident in coming out and being able to stay alive for a relatively long period of time, and be careful, those antlers are hella sharp. Like I said earlier, another thing that you can look out for are monkeys. But come on? You know you'd take it, only assholes shoot monkeys. Monkeys work out well, they're like mixed humans and pets at the same time. And you can train monkeys to rip a man's balls off. No intruder is going to try to kill you if their scrotum is in your monkey's hands. Just a little tip. And don't send your dog out there. Just because Little Biscuit can eat a rack of meat in under a minute doesn't mean he can go face off with a bear. And lock your damn doors.